Good morning. I slept with my makeup on. Oops. So I'm in the middle of filming for a vlog and I haven't touched the book in days and I don't know why. Like, it's not like a bad book. Just, I don't necessarily know that it's what I'm in the mood for. So in order to not ruin my, not go in a reading slump or go on a DNF streak, I'm gonna soft DNF this book and give it a pause. So what am I gonna read instead? That's a great question. So here are my current plans. I have Summerween that I want to participate in, so I have to go ahead and look and see what my plans are for that. And number two, I also have like 2 or 3 rough concept vlogs that I want to work on. Third, I just kind of want to mood read. So here's what I've landed on for what to read. So I'm in the middle of a couple series and I really enjoyed, like, for example, the first or second book or maybe even the third book, but I haven't finished it. So those series I'm in the middle of are what is it called? Butcher and the Blackbird. So that's one. I read that one. I started Leather and Lark, never completed it. That's actually what I've decided to start with now. And then I have the Sparrow one. Don't know what it's called. I have it both audio and physical, which is how I read all of them, was sort of like tandem. I don't have the physical copy of my Leather and Lark. That is in storage. However, I do have the audio still, obviously. The other series that I am in the middle of is Icebreaker. I haven't read the last one, Daydreamer, and then the Twisted series by Anna Huang. I have a little bit of a mission that I've given myself to finish these 3 series and then try and pick up that book that I soft DNF'd. So we'll see how that goes. So first of all, do you like my little Invader Zim bonnet? I like it. I am 2 hours away from completing Leather and Lark at 2.5 times speed, so it's 1 hour on the way to work and 1 hour on the way home, and then I will move into book 3, which will complete this series. So hopefully by the end of this week, today's Tuesday, so hopefully by the end of this week I will have that done, and then at least 1 more of the books that I plan on reading for this. So I'm hoping for 3 completed series. Yeah, I don't know if that's happening, but we gonna try. Good morning. I have finished Leather and Lark. I've got up for trying to shake an espresso. I'm about to go into, I got a doctor. I'm going to a primary doctor for the first time in years. I had to get a new one anyway because I moved, but it's not like I was seeing the old one anyway. Irrelevant to the story. Basically, what's going on is I have a doctor's appointment and then I'm going to work. I got up for trying to shake an espresso and I finished Leather and Lark. That's what I got for you. I don't know what day I started this vlog, but it took a little longer than I thought to get through that first book. And not because it was bad, just because, like, I'm listening on audio because that's how I read the first one. My brain will only allow me to continue, if that makes sense. So, like, if I listen to the first one on audio, I have to listen to the second one on audio, and so on and so forth. So I started Butcher and the Blackbird on audio a couple of years ago. I don't know why I got it on audio versus reading it physically. Oh, I know why. Because I was doing a lot of traveling, and at that point in time I didn't have a lot of time to physically read, so I was taking in a lot of media by listening. And during that time, fortunately or unfortunately, I read some really, really good books. And so now, while my brain prefers to read things physically presently, at that time I didn't have the option because I was traveling so much. Well, now I'm back in a position where I'm traveling quite a bit because I work an hour away from my job. So I need something to do for an hour in the morning and the hour in the afternoon. So I've been listening to audiobooks a lot more. recently, except for when I was in my LC Silver era, because I didn't want to read those on audio, because like I said, my brain will only allow me to do what I did with the first one. So if I read the first one on audio, I have to read the second one on audio. So this vlog is basically me listening to audiobooks. Is that exciting for you? Probably not. But I'm in the middle of a bunch of a series, and I would like to feel accomplished with my life, and I would like to close some of those things, if that makes sense. Anyway, for Try to Shake an Espresso, primary care, finish Leather and Lark. I would like to probably re-listen to maybe the last like half hour, because I don't really understand, so without spoilers, I don't really understand how they got out or away. I would like to re-listen. I plan to start the second book probably like right now. I've got 25 minutes before I have to go in, so I'm gonna sit here, play some Brick Blaster, and listening to what's it called? Scythe and Sparrow. So I'm gonna listen to that while I wait. Good morning, long time no chat. It's been like a week. No, not quite, because I went to my doctor's appointment on Thursday and today is Monday. So basically what happened was on Friday, I went to pick up my husband, and then we went to Aliano's, and when we did a walkthrough of one of my friend's house to see if like there was something that my husband could help over there with. And then on Saturday, I went to the movies with my mom, my dad, my sister, and my husband. Went to see, excuse me, sorry. We went to see How to Train Your Dragon. Very cute. Definitely recommend. Then we went for tacos. We walked around the mall a little bit with just my sister and my husband while we waited for my sister's boyfriend to get off work. And then we went to get sushi. I don't really eat sushi, so I ate their other stuff, but their chicken katsu was delicious. I will be thinking about that for a while. And the tacos at the place we went to for lunch, I will be thinking about that for a while as well. Like, that was just a really good food day for me. I've been having really shitty food days lately, so it doesn't matter where I've been going. It's been like, this is just not good. But on Friday at work, we got tacos, like Mexican, from this place called Burrito Factory in downtown. Very good. Very good. Also, we'll be thinking about that for a while. So between that, the place we went to with my sister and my parents is called One Night Taco Stand. Very good. We'll be thinking about that for a while. And then we went to that sushi place, Katsu. We'll be thinking about that for a while. So I lost 2 nails just since yesterday. It's fine. And then let's see. So Friday, I didn't read anything. I didn't update you. I didn't listen to any audiobooks. Nothing. Saturday, I didn't do any of that either. Sunday, I didn't do any of that either. So it's only really been 3 days, but man, it feels like a week, because my Goodreads, like, I haven't updated it, even though I read something, so it feels like I haven't actually read anything, which is true. I really haven't physically read anything, because I still feel like there's no hope of me picking up that book that I had stopped enough, which makes me really sad, because it's one of my favorite authors, but this may be one that I just can't push myself to get through. Like, I've had ones where I didn't necessarily love it, but I forced myself to push through. This may be one that I can't. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll see if I can find an audio. Maybe I can push myself through that way. Anyways, what's on the agenda for today? First of all, I'm going to work. Second of all, I will go to Aliano's. Well, first of all, I'll go to Aliano's. Second of all, I will go to work. And third of all, I will go home, check on my cats, make sure they're all okay. And then I will be starting to get ready, because I'm going to my sister's this weekend, because my husband will be gone for 11 days. He'll be gone for from today, Monday, all the way to at least Thursday next week. So rather than be alone, my sister's been trying to get me to go over to her house and spend the night for a while, so I'm gonna go over there. We're gonna go and like have like a whole thing, so I'm excited about that. I do feel bad for my cats though, because my cats have been left every single weekend since June started. So, well, really it was 3 weekends and then 2 odd days being Thursday night this past week and Sunday night being last night. And then I will be gone Friday night and Saturday night the following week. And I do feel really bad about that. But also at the same time, I never go anywhere and do anything. It's just strange that all of the stars have aligned and I have the ability to do these things. Traditionally, I am at home all of the time, never not at home. So I'm gonna enjoy it while it lasts, considering this will be the last weekend until one weekend in July, and then after that I'm gonna be home for the rest of the year. So I will enjoy what I am able to, and yeah, so on my way to Eliano's, I'm gonna keep listening to Scythe I'm gonna keep listening to Scythe and Sparrow. I'm hoping that I'll still be able to finish this vlog because I feel like I've got roughly like 3 hours left of this book, which is, you know, 1 hour to work, 1 hour on the way from work, and then I can usually find an hour worth of shit that needs to be done at my house. So yeah, I feel pretty okay about that, and then I can start a new book. I really kind of want to step into Daydream, but I also kind of want to finish Twisted series, but I also found one more that I had not completed, that there was only one audiobook that I already owned, so I might throw that in the pot as well. Good morning. It is 6 o'clock in the morning. I woke up really early to film this. I finished Scythe and Sparrow, and I have thoughts. I really enjoyed this book. I really did. I think it's so Leather and Lark was like a good book to get from Butcher and the Blackbirds with like Scythe and Sparrow, but I think it's between this one and Butcher and the Blackbird that is tied for my favorite of this series. I like this one because it's a lot more push and pull. It's told over significantly more time than Leather and Lark is. So I think that might be part of the reason I liked it more. But yeah, I finished it. I think this is about a 4-star for me. I'm going to go ahead and hop into Daydream. So Daydream is the third book to the Icebreaker series. I read the first one and the second one like when they came out, and I don't know why I put off Daydream. I think it's because I listened to the story, so I'm less inclined to want to pick it up physically, but that's where my mind is happiest right now, is picking things up physically. I am slogging through these audiobooks right now. Like, I am absolutely just taking my time with these things. And it's not what I wanted to be saying like right now. I wanted to finish this entire video series in a week, but I'm actually over a week now. So much so that I actually finished this book yesterday, and I have another doctor's appointment today. It is actually a full, we're going on, I finished the first one in about a couple days, and then this one took me like damn near a week because I started it last Thursday and I finished it on Wednesday. I have another doctor's appointment today. So yeah, that's crazy. Isn't that crazy? A whole week for an audiobook. It just goes to show you that I'm not like in the mood for the audio. My cat is climbing all over things. Things are getting messy. Anyways, Daydream. So far, I don't know how far into it I am. I guess I could look. I really like Henry, and I really like I can't remember if her name is Hallie or Haley. I'm probably about an hour and a half in. I have a full hour on the way to work, and then I have like roughly 40-ish minutes on the way to, for the final time, I will go to my in-laws' house. I thought it was my final time last time, but it's not my final time. This is my final time. They're coming back, probably they'll be back Friday, and my husband is going to be gone for like a full like 2-week time period. So if I don't go see him tonight, I will not see him for another week. So I'm going to go see him. I'm going to be a good wife. But yeah, so Daydream, I'm really enjoying it, and I'm hoping that I can finish it within the next couple days, because that would be ideal. I finished Daydream, or Daydreamers, whatever it's called, the third in the Maple Hills. It's been a little while since I updated you. I finished it. I really enjoyed it. Here is what I got going on right now. I had a terrible day at work. Had a terrible week at work. It's literally Tuesday. I had a bad time. So I went to Barnes & Noble and I got some books. So I just got a couple. For some reason, I got some bookmarks also. Look at bookmarks. Why do I have so many of them? I don't know, but I have them. So I got, oh my God, I have 4 of them. 4 bookmarks. Anybody need a bookmark? You can have one. Anyways, so I'm participating in the Summer Ween thing, and this is a book that I wanted to read for Summer Ween. It's called We Used to Live Here. The reason that I picked this one is for one of the prompts has a sky on the cover. So it has a sky on the cover. I picked this one because I wanted to read it, and also because it just came out in paperback today. So, and it sounded good. And it's Barnes & Noble exclusive, so that means that it has something special about it, and I think it's the reflective cover. It could be. Like, the cover is very reflective. Of course, it's, like, triggered by my light right now, but ignore it. And then the other thing I got, possibly for Summer Ween, is this book called How to Survive a Horror Story. Never heard of it, but the cover is cute, and the sprayed edges, or the stenciled edges, cute. And what do I know about, well, I guess I should start over. What do I know about this book? It's like this couple who is flipping a house, and a family comes and says, we used to live here. And it's a horror. So, don't know. And then this one, How to Survive a Horror Story. What do I know about this one? Just that 7 authors who enter the manor, can they survive the story within? That's literally all I know right there. I read that and I was like, don't mind if I do. Then the third and final book that I picked up today was Rainbow Rowell's Slow Dance. I read everything from Rainbow Rowell that's been published traditionally as like a novel. I wonder if they'll have, you know how sometimes the authors have, yes, it does, right here. So I read Carry On, did not read the rest of that series, but I did read Landline, Fangirl, Eleanor and Park, and Attachments. I also read Scattered Showers, which was a couple short stories. I also read like After Midnight by Rainbow Rowell. I'm quite partial to her writing. I think that it's nostalgic for me, and it also had sprayed edges. So of the books that I bought, all 3 of them have something that I wanted them for. So this one is pretty, but also it was a paperback, which saved me $5. So heck yes. And then these 2 had sprayed edges or stenciled edges, and this one is reflective. So did I buy books based on their cover? Kind of. I intended to only get this one. And then this one was on sale. It was like 14 and change. And then this one was, yeah, so I bought it. Anyways, I read Daydreamers. I enjoyed it. I think I gave this one a 4-star. And then now I am pretty far into Twisted Lies by Anna Huang, and I'm enjoying it. It just got to the part where I am enjoying it and it's not like dragging. I find that for like the first 20 to 30% of Anna Huang's writing, like, drags a little bit for me. I finished all 4 books, and Twisted Lies with a 3-star. I finished the entire Twisted series, and I can safely say that some of Anna Huang's writing is for me, because I have now completed one entire series, and I've also completed one of her like first 4 books. It's like If We Ever Meet Again. I completed that one, and that one was like really subpar at best. So some of Anna Huang's writing is for me. I do have the entire If We Ever Meet Again series, like that whole thing. I've only read the first one, and it's fine. I actually don't own any of the Twisted Lies series. I listen to them all on audio, so I have the audio versions. And then I also completed the Ruinous Love trilogy, which I adore. I'm actually going to pick up Bryn Weaver's new book, Taurus Season, that's coming out in September. I do really love that. I love the entire trilogy. I say that my favorite is still Butcher and the Blackbird, and then I really like the third one, Scythe and Sparrow, and then Leather and Lark was like a close third. Like it was they're very close. They're very neck and neck. And then finally, I completed the Icebreaker series. I adore this series so much. The Icebreaker series, I adore it. They are so like light and fluffy, and I get that technically these aren't series. I get that they're all technically interconnected standalones, but stick with me on this journey. I really loved the Icebreaker trilogy. They're my probably, well, if I had to rank them, I would say the third one is my favorite. Second one is close second, and then the first one ranks somewhere in there at the bottom. But I still really loved it. I think I didn't give anything less than a 3-star, which for me, if you know my rating system, is still positive. So that was my experience with those books. I feel accomplished. I feel accomplished to have completed these series. I do. However, because they were on audio, I get a little less like joy in it. Does that make sense? Like I completed 3 series, however, because they're not like something that I physically turn the pages of, it feels like less of a win, but it's still a win. And a win is a win, baby. A win is a win. So I am going to accept my win. I will take my trophy and I will move on to the next one. I think that one of the next vlogs that I want to do is starting new series, because why should I like live in this state of completing things when I can just start more? Why would I do that? You know what I mean? Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this vlog. Let me know in the comments down below. First of all, I apologize that all I did was listen to audiobooks, but truthfully, that's how I started listening to all of them. And like I explained in an earlier clip, if my brain starts it one way, I have to finish it that way. So for now until forever, those books, anytime I want to reread them, they will have to be on audio. Thank goodness I own them all. But that's just how my brain works. And I understand that some people can switch back and forth. And like I tandem read a lot of things. I'll listen to the audiobook and flip through the pages along and read along with it. Or like if I can only listen, I will listen. And if I can only turn pages, I can turn pages. But if I don't start the series that way, I cannot finish the series that way. My brain wants to continue. You know what I mean? Anyways, like I said, I apologize that this vlog was just me listening to audiobooks and mostly doctor's appointments and mostly car clips with a couple updates here. But thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments down below. Did you finish anything, any series? Do you have any accomplishes to share? Accomplishes. Do you have any accomplishments to share? Let me know in the comments down below. I would love to hear from you. Let me know what kind of vlog you want to see next. And vlogs are my favorite type of content to film. It's very low pressure. It's very like life, you know? And I love a good vlog. So let me know in the comments down below, what do you want to see next? Let me know if you have vlogged anything recently, because like I said, I love watching vlogs.